Alright, so welcome to Pillow Talk with Taylor. Today's topic is more aimed towards girls, but maybe some for guys. And it's just a few tips that I thought up after a really long weekend. Alright, so ladies, first of all, one way to tell how your guy only wants you for sex would be he only calls you when he knows he's going to be able to spend the night and have sex, or 2, he doesn't tell anybody about you or make any commitments for you. 3, the only time he gives you any attention is in the bedroom and not outside. Don't fall for this. Don't do it. Really. Because you're bound to get attached and you're bound to get hurt. If you've already fallen for the fact and have given this guy a lot of attention or sex perhaps, then I'm going to tell you some ways to get out of it or to figure out if you're wasting your time. Alright, so it's very important that you never ever tell the guy how you feel. Never. If you decide you're sick of this relationship, or maybe that you want him to chase you, and the stay strong thing, it still applies. So I will just tell you my experience, and then maybe you guys can get a few tips off of that. So here we go. I had a guy that I feel only wanted me for sex, or like a side relationship, but he could still do what he wanted. So this guy, I was finally like, I can't do this, I'm gonna get feelings for him, and I didn't want to do that. So instantly I came up with a reason and cut off all ties, and we still hung out because we were friends before, and I just made sure I showed him no feelings, no emotion. You don't text them, don't call them, don't message them on Facebook, don't talk about them on Twitter, nothing. You don't show them any attention. You cut it all off. And I promise you, if it's a guy like this, they're gonna chase you, because they're like, oh crap, I can't treat her like I can treat every other girl, because she's not gonna chase me. So you have to stick to that. You have to stay strong. You have to show them you don't care if they're in your life or if they're not, and that you can get somebody else if you wanted to. Second step, or second option, if it really gets bad and you can't even stay friends type of thing, make sure you leave strong. I don't care how bad you want to keep that relationship. It's more important that you keep your dignity and you don't give in, because they'll keep on playing with your heart. My second advice here, if it comes to the point where you are fighting and he's saying all he can to try to make your little heart want him, I can promise you, if you're fighting right there for a reason such as he's not giving you attention, or he doesn't tell anyone about you, or anything like that, you're fighting for that reason, and that is because he is a player. He is not worth your time. Here's the tip. Get up, walk out, and don't think back. If he follows you, let him follow you. That's great. That's exactly what you wanted. If he follows you, then now you can say what you had to say, tell him about himself. And tips to all you ladies, guys are players for a reason. They've had their heart broken once or twice. They're a little scared of commitment. It doesn't matter. Don't, be a sap about them. Don't let them be like, oh, I can't get over the last one, blah blah blah. It's upsetting. It is, really. It is. But it doesn't give him any right to treat you how he treats you. So tell him about himself. Tell him you're sick of being the excuse, You're sick of getting excuses for why he can't commit. Tell him that you can find someone else that will commit. Because you will find someone else. And if he's going to want you, he'll come get you. don't chase them ever. So that's just a little life talk for a majority girls, but there are guys that get into this situation, so I guess for them too. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to hear from me about anything else, I would be glad to put on some more pillow talks, so just leave me comments below on what you thought about it, maybe what you'd like to hear about. Other than that, subscribe and you'll be hearing more from me. Find someone like you.